Hey, MathKook here. This video contains one of many examples in my Algebra 2 library. The rest of those examples, along with hundreds of other videos, are only available at mathkook.com. Let's MathKook it up. Hey Kooks, this question says, Donna works in the lab and she needs a 15% acid solution. The lab has a 10% and 30% acid solution to use. She wants to make a 20-liter mixture of 15% solution. How many liters of 10% and 30% solution should Donna use to make the mixture? So this is a classic mixture problem. And to do that, we are going to use the chart for a mixture problem. So in this question, we have a 10% and a 30% acid solution. So we're going to put those here, and we're going to mix those together to get our mixture in the third row here. Now on top, we have the percent acid for each solution times the amount of solution, and that is going to equal the amount of acid in that solution. All right, so let's start filling out the chart here. But first, we want to define our unknowns. They are asking for how many liters of 10% and 30% solution should Donna use. So our unknowns are going to be the number of liters of 10% solution and the number of liters of 30% solution will be x and y. So we can go ahead and put those here for x and y. And we know the percentages because it's 10%, so we can write here as a decimal, what is 10%? Well, hopefully you said 0.10. And 30%, what's that as a decimal? That is 0.30. Next, we want to find our mixture. So they're telling us that Donna needs a 15% acid solution. And she wants to make a 20-liter mixture of 15% solution. So we know that the amount of solution is 20 liters. So we can put that here. And we know it's 15%, so we do 0.15. Next, to find the amount of acid in each of these solutions, we multiply the percent acid times the amount of solution. So if we multiply 0.1 times x, that's just 0.1x. The next row would be 0.3y, and the last row would be 0.15 times 20, which if you do that on your calculator, you'll just get 3. All right, so our two equations that we're going to write, our system of equations, is from this column and this column. Now the total amount of solution, the 20, is just the sum of the 10% and the 30% solution. So one equation is going to be x plus y equals 20. So that was from the second column. And then the third column, it's the same idea. The amount of acid in the first solution plus the amount of acid in the second solution equals the amount of acid in the mixture. So we'll write this equation over here. That'll equal 3. All right, so we have two equations here and two variables. So I'm going to go ahead and isolate one of the variables here. I'll just go ahead and isolate x here. So I'll subtract y to both sides. The y's cancel. We get x equals 20 minus y. All right, so we're going to take this guy here, and we are going to substitute it in for x right here. So let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So 0.1, plug in the 20 minus y, plus 0.3y equals 3. Okay, next we'll distribute the 0.1 into these two terms here. So we'll go 0.1 times 20 times y. 0.1 times 20 is just 2, minus, and then 0.1 times y, though that's just negative 0.1y, plus 0.3y equals 3. All right, we're almost there. We want to combine like terms on the left here. So we're going to combine these two guys, and this will give us 2, and then negative 0.1y plus 0.3y is positive 0.2y. All right, next we're going to subtract 2 to both sides. When we do that, we get 0.2y equals 1. And lastly, we divide both sides by 0.2, to get y by itself. So if we divide both sides by 0.2, 1 divided by 0.2 is just 5. All right, so we have calculated y, which is the number of liters of 30% solution that we need. But here they're asking for both of the solutions, the amount that we need from the 10% and the 30%. So y, so we have 5 liters of 30% solution. So there's one answer. And then the next answer, we just have to solve for x. So I'm going to go ahead and plug in the 5 here to solve for x here. So x equals 20 minus the 5. So x equals 15. So that's going to be 15 liters of the 10% solution. So we know that Donna needs 15 liters of 10% solution and 5 liters of 30% solution to get a mixture of 20 liters of 15% acid solution. Let's look at another example. Hey Kook, if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. For unlimited access to all of my Algebra 2 videos, visit mathkook.com. Thanks for watching.